Hey everyone, it's Maria, and today I'm going to be doing a couple different videos. I will probably be in the same shirt for all of them because my husband is in our room working and I don't have the luxury of changing outfits in between videos, so you'll be fine. I wanted to take the time to tell you why I'm doing a few videos that I'm releasing today, just because I didn't do them over the weekend like I had planned to. We had to scramble last minute to get our exchange student home. It wasn't how any of us wanted to say goodbye. The kids had kind of been quarantined away from him. Well, he'd been quarantined away from us, really, in part of our house, so they kind of could talk to him from a distance, but not close. Very frustrating. We're hoping that he gets to get back home to us in the fall time, assuming things are kind of normal-ish. Who knows? I don't know. But we were really excited to get to have him for the time we did have him, and we're really hopeful that he'll be safe and that in the future he'll be able to be back with us. So he did land safely, and I'm excited about that. That's why I didn't film this weekend. Saturday was spent trying to get him an elusive flight home, and then yesterday was spent for me being sad. I have a lot of friends that I'm trying to kind of be their emotional support person right now, and I needed to have a day of space for my sadness. So that said, I didn't film this weekend. I'll release extra videos today. So today's short video, this first one anyway, is going to be a little bit more about another chapter I read in Untamed. You guys know that I've been reading that. I finished it last night. It was everything I thought it would be. 5-star read. Highly recommend. I can't do enough justice talking about everything I took away from it. Each chapter was very short, maybe 3 to 4 pages, and sometimes even a little bit shorter. But I was able to take away something personally from each one. I highly recommend getting the book because you're going to take some different lessons away because of where you are and what your situation is. But one that really spoke to me right now, and obviously when she wrote the book, she had no idea that all of this would be going down. She talks about when her sister was going through a divorce and staying at her house, and how she would have dinner and kind of play and try and be present, and then she would go downstairs to her room, the guest room, and just kind of be by herself crying for a long while. And she couldn't really be in there with her sister. She'd sit outside the door and just kind of watch and keep vigil. And I think that's kind of what a lot of us are doing. We're all in our own individual rooms crying or being grief-stricken or trying to figure out the next steps and not knowing what to do. A lot of us are in shock. A lot of us are confused, angry maybe, sad, scared, all the feelings. Some of us might be hopeful. There might be little glimmers of that. But in the meanwhile, I feel like God's out there, love's out there, the universe is out there, standing outside of our doors and keeping watch and keeping vigil, giving us that love and that strength and that hope. And every time we reach out to somebody, we see somebody else outside of our doors kind of doing that for us. And she talks about how after she did finally emerge from a cocoon, is what she called it, there was a metamorphosis of purpose, of focus, of vision. Her sister had become a different person. And it wasn't a tomb. It wasn't it was a dying of sorts, but it was a new thing on the other side. And I think all of us are kind of in our cocoons. Hopefully, if you're not, get in there. We really need you to stay in there. We're all in there. They're all over there. We're all in our cocoons waiting, trying to figure out what's going to be on the other side. And we don't know what's going to be on the other side. But if we do this, and we do this well, if we spend time in meditation a little bit, if we spend time gratitude, if we spend time reaching out, if we spend time figuring out who's important, what have we been wasting our time on? I mean, how many of us have thought, I will say, I have thought, but now is a great time to lose weight since I'm actually being more careful of rationing food. But the more time we're kind of in this spot, it's not about the vanity stuff. It's not about the surfacey how do I look challenges. It's not about who has more money. It's about coming out strong, and it's about coming out together and hopefully more united. And I think if we can take this cocoon time and spend it in nature and spend it in focusing and spend it in love, I can't imagine how beautiful it's going to be on the other side of this horrible mess. It feels like a dying right now because the world we knew is kind of dead right now. Just like 9/11, none of us knew what post 9/11 was going to look like. And there are things that, we miss, like walking people to the gate at the airport. But we also have things that we stand behind because of that. Some good, some bad. But I'm hoping this is kind of a revision casting. It's the world taking a breath and saying, what do we need to do better? What hard work can we do to make this a better place for all of us? So take some time in your grief. Take some quiet space. Make lists of what you want to keep and what you want to discard. And then send those lists to your legislators. Send them to your friends. Pass them on. Call somebody and ask what's on their list. This is a beautiful time in the middle of all of this junk for us to kind of find something new. So that is Glennon's meditation pretty much on cocooning and what can come out on the other side. So I'd love to know in the comments, what are you revisioning? For me, it's again focusing more on nature journaling, meditation. It's about actually doing some of the things that I've been putting off and getting back to some of those basics. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.